Welcome back to Oak Bridge Farm, episode 4. On today's episode, I think it's time we get at these pigs, get them, well, we'll buy them legitly. We can even buy up to 25. I can't remember how much we can hold in that trailer. I suppose we should probably look at that. 13, yeah, so it'll only be a couple trips or so. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. Should make it real easy. We'll get that tractor fired up here. Yep, they're good there. We're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna feed the... We're gonna have to go to pallets because these bags are just gonna like make the impossible with the skid steer. You hit the ceiling, it's just way too low. I do, like I said, want to use the skid steer because that's the whole point. We'll just have to burn the bags up and then switch to the pallets. I wish the pallets were more of the like totes. I think they just look a little bit nicer. So yeah, we'll get these pigs bought. I'm kind of excited to get going on them. We'll raise them. That's the whole point of the transportation, so we can make the most money as we can, because that's what pigs are good for, is raising them to a big age and then selling them. They don't produce anything, of course. I mean, they should produce bacon, but they're gonna do that in the game for kids, so it is what it is. But we'll just raise them and then sell them, try to get as most money. Can't remember how many months. Probably should look that up on the internet, how many months it takes to get the max amount. But also in today's episode, we will go ahead and get that upper field plowed to get it straightened out. And then I think what we'll do, instead of planting the whole thing, we'll do the spinach harvest once again, since it's already starting to grow. That's one thing I wasn't sure of, is the spinach going to grow again or not? And it does. So it's a good crop to keep going. We should probably actually get some weeding going today, because there was weeds growing in it as well. So we'll make it, get a good top price for it. And then after that, we'll go ahead and then we'll start plowing in a new crop, either the peas or the what's the other one? I can never, green beans, yeah. So we can give them a shot, because that was the whole purpose of this playthrough. Try the new crops. Gonna be, like I said, a short series, a shorter. Such a good map, though. It's nice to get on here again. I did play this in 22, well before I started streaming, so I didn't do it on the YouTube or anything like that, so it's nice to be here again. Almost like I never left. We are arriving at the animal dealer. There's a truck over here. That's actually kind of the first time I've been over here on the new 25. There's our hogs. Yeah, we'll pop up the back. Get them all loaded up. Sale every week, licensed and bonded. Larson's Livestock Auction. So yeah, we want some pigs. Looks like you can do everything except, well, obviously you can't do horses on this trailer. So yeah, we'll buy them cheap. Let's see, which ones do we want? Should we just get a few of each? Holds 13. Let's just do like, let's get 4 of those guys. 800 bucks. Or 8. We can do 4 and 4. And then it makes it funner when you can see some different ones, and we'll just max these out to 5. Okay, so we got 13 in the trailer. Let's take a look at them while they're young. Look at those. Oh man, we gotta zoom in on them. That is so cute. Wow. I wish they were a little more lively. Maybe in the next farm sim they'll do that. Like I said, they should make it so, you know, if you're buying small ones, we should be able to really load this trailer up. Let's be honest. And then when you sell them, then you can only sell 13, but that's something they haven't decided to do yet. I'm sure they should be able to easily code that in. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to. Okay, let's head back on down to the farm then. Okay, so I was doing some thinking, and maybe instead of running and getting another load, we'll just let these reproduce. They should be able to reproduce. And that way, you only have to sell one load when they get older, and you'll have the new ones, and it'll just be this infinite cycle, you know? I think that might be the way to go. Otherwise, we gotta make 2 trips, sell And it'll definitely fill up. We'll take a look at the menu once we get them in here. Get the door open. We can welcome them to the farm. Okay, so we want... Yeah, so we should be able to move to husbandry. There we go. Okay, they are in. Make sure they're well accommodated. Are they in their stalls? I don't see them. They're all back here. Look at how cute they are. I can't get over that. Again, this is the first farming sim with the, well, juvenile. And the young livestock. That's cool to see it. Well, base game, of course, because there was some mods that had the younger ones. Pretty cute. So that costed us $2,600 to buy them. If we look here, yeah, we got to get them topped up with food. Pretty Piglet is what the name was. Older than 6 months can reproduce. So yeah, we'll hold them for 6 months. And like I said, we're just gonna keep buying the bags, and we don't have to worry about getting everything mixed correctly and all that fun stuff. Easy to buy a bag and throw them in. Because like this is the first, and 25 here decided to kind of go that direction. You know, it's a nice way to be able to... Otherwise, I always just raised what we needed. But when you're doing pigs, there's so much stuff you have to kind of like mix up, and it kind of drives you crazy. Make sure you have everything, and are you going to have enough for the year? But we'll just, like I said, pay for it. It's not a big deal at all. Alright. Get to make some money off our eggs this year too in November when they sell. There was another trailer I did get on the mod hub that would work a lot better than that one we currently have. So that the grains don't dump in the trailer, I should say, our pallets. We don't want to lose anything out of them. If you go up too high, then they'd dump in the trailer. Yeah, so these bags, we're going to hit the ceiling, I bet. It's going to be kind of difficult. Probably can only do one at a time. One thing I didn't think about when we started getting prepped for this playthrough. Yeah, it's gonna be quite tough. This is why we need to switch to the pallets. What we're gonna do... Ooh, will that work? Get under it, we can do that. That could be a challenge too. Alright. Oh! You gotta be very careful. The feeding trigger... right over here. It fell off right there too. Ooh, it took all of it. Okay, 1,000 in. See, yeah, perfect mixture. We got our base food, grains, proteins, and our root crops. This is why I want to do the bags with these guys. Otherwise, I never really did pigs because it's just so much, like I said, stuff to watch. Let's go ahead and we might as well put in as much as we can, and we'll go from there. Two at once. I just thought it might tip if I did that, but it works. There we go. How did we do? So they are, yeah, we still have room for more. We will keep an eye on them, and then like I said, we'll switch to pallets. We're going to do that for chickens as well. And that'll make that a lot better. We could store them better. Probably buy a bunch and just really pack that shed full. Okay, so just park this over here. We should park it in actually the shed. We got these sheds, let's utilize them. What we'll do, we'll check our, I believe we did have a weeder. If not, we're gonna have to probably purchase one. Get that done first, and we'll get some plowing going. Yeah, because I believe both fields need it. Yes, they do. I think, yeah, this is our weeder right here, right? Yep, weeder right here. It requires 250 horse. I believe our Steyr was plenty, right? 245, so we're short 5, but it should be that gray area where it should still work. Again, we had a great harvest on the previous episode. Here we go. Now this is this should be considered a hoe, is it not? Horse weeders and horse transformer. Right here, 95,000. That is a hoe, yes, it'll do medium and small. Which is important because when you do a weeder, you can kind of get the length, but it won't do the medium weeds, and then you got that issue. This was a DLC on the previous Farm Sim 22. We're not going to run it over, right? Very good at working with. I like it. Let's set up our lines. And we'll have adder. So if I remember right, was this the one that shifted with the rows? But no, maybe not. No, I don't see any shifting going on. There's lights on there. Yeah, it's kind of going on our grass over there because that was part of the field until we... Well, this whole thing was this field. We separated it with our field road. We can do a couple different crops on it. We had a little bit of hail damage here too. That's the thing when these crops regrow. Eventually you're just going to accumulate all this damage and you would have to replant anyway. Alright, let's get cracking on this and then we'll get to that plowing on that other field. I gotta say that this is going pretty well. That big working with doesn't take long at all to finish her up. And I do want to get another a bigger field down the line here too, so it'd be nice to have a big working with like this. Probably get that one across the street. I'm thinking right over there. It'd be cool. We got to work up to that. I guess I don't even know what the price is. It's probably what, 3 to 500,000 if I had to guess. But still, it probably wouldn't take us too long to even do that either. We'll get set up for plowing here. We'll hit that upper field and get that straightened out. Obviously, we won't be planting anything this year, but we can get it done with. Farmland. Yeah, this one, number 30. We bought that. Ooh, 783,000. That would take some time. We do want to get that preserve factory up too, though. I'm kind of trying to figure out where that we should do that at. We can work towards that best spot to have something. Let's take a look at them around the map real quick. I was thinking of maybe putting it in this grass field, but we'd have to cut into this quite a bit. This field here. No gate over there. We have to do a lot of terraforming. And it wouldn't be worth, if we did do that, it wouldn't be worth actually cutting the grass on there either. We'd might as well take the whole plot and just cut into it. That's not a bad idea, but like I said, it's going to take a lot of terraforming. Otherwise, we could buy like a field right here, flatten this out, and we could still use this for making bales. It's not that big of a field to do it with either. Yeah, this is what we're looking at. It's actually pretty big. And like I said, if we put it over here, I mean, I guess there'd be room. That might not be a bad idea. That way we can get it up right away too. Otherwise, if we get a bigger field, it's going to take time to... It's going to cost 330,000, so it's going to actually take a while before we can even afford the actual business, let alone buy the land. I'm kind of thinking that's what we're going to end up doing, is going into one of these grass fields, and then we'll just run it that way. What do they cost? Pretty cheap, I think. 37,000. So not bad at all. It's going to take us more time to get saved up for the actual production. Alright, we'll climb this steep, muddy hill here. And this is what we wanted to get straightened out here. Actually, give me quite a bit of a job to do. Let's see. I want it straight here, too. Although it wouldn't be bad to go in either, because it kind of gives it some personality. Let's see. We need... Allow create fields. Okay. We'll just get started here. So one of my questions was you probably can't turn on a... Yeah, because there's no field. We're making a field. The lines to do this. That deformation too, it looks really good. I love how it's like really 3D. If you drive your tractor tires in there, that kind of gives it a whiplash. But it does feel like it's really there. Yeah, this will take a little bit of time with this size plow. But what we'll do, we'll plant a different crop next year. And then we'll go from there. This was my question too. I think you're supposed to rotate. You come the other way. if you did it right. And now we're gonna drive in this hole and really feel it. But I guess what you do is just drive your tire in that track. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Obviously, you'd want to do it straight, but we're just going to go around the curves. But I really like how it gives it that jerk. It definitely makes it feel realistic. Farm Sim has come such a long way since 2008 when it first came out. And you'll go back and you'll look at these videos where the iterations of each one, and it's like every one there's like not really anything like groundbreaking, but if you go from like 2008 to where it is now, like that is a big jump. Obviously with a smaller company it takes them a little bit to get stuff added each year. You just have to appreciate how far we've come after all these years. One thing I'm noticing here, I believe we do have field stones on in this playthrough, we'll double check that. But it seems like they're not coming up like crazy like they did on 22. Which if that's the case, I almost wouldn't mind a little periodic plowing. They almost should work kind of like weeds where like over time they just start getting bigger. Where you wouldn't actually have to pick rocks until, you know, every few times. So it ain't so annoying. Field stones are on. So yeah, they're not even like that bad. When we were doing plowing, it should bring up big stones if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, I think... Is that good? Should we go with that? I got to paint in a little bit of grass here. Yeah, we could probably square this up here a little bit. Some lighter grass? I don't know. That's not bad. Yeah, it's the big... So it looks nice, like it's supposed to be there. Okay. This actually, we gotta hit this little spot here. I think that's gonna give us a problem. Otherwise, I think the rest of it was pretty good. Maybe we should taper in here, or should we... Suppose we could draw that. Draw that up a little bit, so it's nice. I did get pretty close there. Something like that would probably be good. almost kind of want to put some bushes in here too, because it looks too nice, you know? A little bit bigger here for that. There we go. Yeah. Something more like that. Okay, I think that will work. We'll get that last little patch here. And then we will advance. And I think without... Next thing that we gotta do basically is... Probably gonna end up selling the eggs unless the spinach grows fast. I guess we could put the plow into the... Well, let's make sure we shut off create field. Limit to fields, there we go. We'll put this in the shed. Got plenty of shed space, we just need to utilize it better. Instead of leaving things hanging around. Tractor's in the way now. And again, we probably won't really ever use this again, but have it if we need it. Which is good to have. There we go. I suppose we could have left this in here too. Okay, so let's do a quick check on everything. Skins are good. Okay, so I think we'll advance until, I guess, our animals need tending or July, August. It's going to be interesting to see if the spinach is ready or the eggs are going to have to be sold first. Okay, I'm up here looking at our spinach on August. I just realized that we're going to need some fertilizer if we want to have somewhat of a decent harvest. I almost feel like we should on growth stage 5 of 7. Where is our lime bin, or I should say that, well, they're lime bins, but you can also get fertilizer at them too. At least I thought they would have some in the game here. There's a dairy over there. There's none in here? Okay, I do not see any lime stations for fertilizer. You can get lime or fertilizer at those stations. So if we're going to have to do that, we're going to have to build it ourselves. But it's kind of weird if we had it on our own property at home. We could also just buy the bags. Or pallets, rather, is what we want to do. Fertilizer. Yeah, so 2,000. Yeah, that get quite spendy. How much is the thrower? Fertilizer spreaders. We would definitely want to make sure we get a wide base one on this map. 25,000. Yeah, so let's, we're going to do this. 42. That's 42 there, too. It holds a lot more. 10,000. We should probably go with this one. 65 grand. Double check and make sure we don't have any. Yeah, we definitely didn't buy any. I believe I did say that we were going to need one of those eventually. Let's just buy the 65,000. We'll have to... 10,000 it'll hold. Then we don't have to worry so much about the bags either. Do we need like thin tires so it doesn't run anything down? We might have to switch our tires on our tractor. Go with the thin ones, narrow tires. We don't need any license plates. Alright. 66 grand there, and then we'll... I think we'll take the small tractor. We'll run down, get it filled up, bring it back. I think we're going to have to configure this tractor to narrow tires in order to get that to work without destroying our crop. Yeah, it's definitely going to take us some time to save up for that production. But once we could get that production down, we'll make a lot more selling products. definitely gives us something to shoot for. I think our main focus will be just on the three main crops with those new harvesters. Green beans, spinach, and green beans, spinach, and peas. Oh, it's hard for me to remember those three. We make good profit with those too. Like I said, the hardest part would have been buying the harvesters, but we just did it outright in the second episode, and that definitely saved us some cash and time. Here we are, sales and service. I'm hoping that this tractor can handle this pretty big trailer. Once you get it filled up. Look at that thing. Huge. So we need to buy 10,000 as a... well, let's see. 1,000. 8,000. Let's get the 8. It's going to cost us, what? 15 grand? That's pretty expensive. We'll go with that. Get this all filled up. Hopefully this tractor can handle it. It might be overkill for it. I guess if that's the case, we'll use the other one. The Steyr, and then we'll... I think there should be narrow tires for that. And bam! We could buy one more and top it up, but... we'll see how far this gets us. We don't want to go over budget. We're definitely going in the hole pretty soon. We don't have any passive income, I guess. Can't really count the chickens because we are buying the feed. That's not really that passive. Like a generator or anything. I think it was a good call that we turned the traffic off on this map. It was just too ridiculous. I mean, I typically like it realistic where you had traffic, especially kind of gives it the map more personality, but it was hard on these roads when they're this skinny and they don't move to the side at all. So you're moving to the side. I mean, they will pass you at some point, but... especially when we're going to use workers, maybe when we start sending stuff back and forth. It'd be good that they're off so they don't get jammed up. Okay, I think what we'll do is we're going to run this to the field. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have to configure our tires so we don't destroy the crop. We'll try it without. Because I don't think we purchased it. Yeah, we don't have the narrow tires purchased yet. So it would cost us a little bit to do that. If we get by without it, that would be great, but it's bumpy in here. I really like that ground deformation. It is a little glitchy yet, though. You can see when you drive. Hopefully they can release an update and get that all fixed up. Okay, let's see if we run down. Yep, it's going to destroy it. So, let's go get configured. Looks like this tractor has no problem pulling it. Which is good. I feel like you want the smaller ones to do kind of jobs like this. See what we got for narrows. Wheel setups twin. Wide, wheel weight standard. Different. So we got narrow twin wheels. And then we just got the regular narrows. I think we'll go with the regular. That's only $1,000, so that's not terrible. We did have to switch brands. It was a good thing we probably kept this tractor after all. Coming in handy. I guess we're probably going to have to go to the... yeah, definitely not destroying crop now. Center of this. So we got working with, yeah, 42. I think we should be able to get the whole field in one pass. Kind of hard to... there's nothing to see on the mini-map. We get precision farming, which we're still waiting on. Fertilized. Looks like it's getting the whole thing. We'll just drive down the center, I guess. I guess we could use the GPS. Now, technically, that's put us to the side. Yeah, we're not going to get it all, I guess. We'll have to do this. I was wondering how it was reaching to the side. It looked like it was like, oh, how's that making it? Yeah, we'll just turn the working width down on the last little bit over there. We should actually consider doing both of these fields with the new crops. We'll do one of each, the peas and then the green beans. Because it's getting destroyed anyway with all the hail damage. And it don't grow back. Okay. Yeah, so we should be able to switch our working width here. Change work width, Control Z. Probably go on the smallest. 15. Where are we at here? Like we're past it already. We'll just keep staying on the side over here. So in this case, I don't think GPS worked the best. I guess it's using the big working width. It'd be doubling up a lot. Once precision farming comes out, that'll be a big game changer because, well, we can see it in the mini-map. Or here we're not seeing it, and it obviously won't use as much depending on the soil and the crop type, so it's a big help with that. Alright, we'll go with that. And then we'll get started on the upper field here. Okay, so I advanced to September. I don't know why that doesn't seem like the growth stages work quite right with this. I wanted to do another fertilization, but it says it's ready to harvest. So let's see if that's even possible. I don't think it is because it's already ready to harvest. Don't look like it. That wasn't using any, right? It's using it. It's just going to waste. Yeah, so that ain't gonna work. That's fine. We didn't want to spend too long doing that anyway. But I think what we'll do... What are the animals doing here quick? So good. I don't think the pigs are going to be that much of a nuisance as I thought they would. I thought they'd be using a lot of food, but they're definitely going nice and slow. Another thing we could do is maybe think about getting some straw. Maybe we should make our own straw with a... We have to get a combine though and do it. That's kind of a... It would be kind of cool to use our own manure on the fields. We have to find a spot for the pit. Maybe if we did it here on the right side, we'd have to dig into that hill and cut that tree down probably. Let's see, we can put this in here, I think. Be good. So we are going to get a little bit more out of it, at least with the, well, one fertilization stage that we did. It's definitely bumpy in here. I don't know if that'll get old after a while. We're going to decide we're going to want to put some gravel down. Now we can leave the tractor here too. Alright, excellent! Yeah, that's definitely some rough going there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there for today's episode. On the next episode, we will harvest our spinach, and then we will get our next crop, deciding, should we take a quick peek at what we want to do? I think they all plant in the same March, if I'm not mistaken. No, green beans are in April, and peas are in March. But like I said, we could do a field of each. I think that would be a good idea. All right, so we're going to leave it there, and we'll see you in the next one.